It's Steve from my Shady Squad. I know it's you, motherfucker.
Beat up, bum, bum, running through the night we come. Beat up, bum, bum, follow if you want me one.
You can find me on a skylight, stomp my feet and I go bye-bye. Floating through the elevator of my mind's eye, I'm fine. Feeling dizzy like a rascal, baby, I'm grime. And if you wanna square up, then I am Einstein. Taking gravity bongs back at high times. Find me on a weeknight, middle of a street fight. Smoking on a peace pipe, trying to get my teeth fixed, right? I'm to make it the ace, breaking records of pace. And I need another win like the devil needs a fireplace. Smoking in the back room, sitting in the black tomb, screaming in the quiet place, hoping they'll come back soon. Fuck it, man, I'm tired, mate. It's really pretty pointless when you're sitting at a higher rate. Looking for a hideaway, smoke some and hibernate. I am great. Beat up, bum, bum, running through the night we come. Beat up, bum, bum, follow if you want be one, want be one. Beat up, bum, bum, running through the night we come. Beat up,
Bustin' all the down. Switches on them blickies, hit it, made the motor sound. Make it automatic, maybe I came with a tablet. And I'm gas and I get high and praise everlasting. Broke some on my hearts, nigga tore apart some family. When I see a nigga, it's gonna be a shit show, nigga. When I see a nigga, it's gonna be a shit show. If he a goon, then he told, we call him Briscoe. Rob him out his pants, make him dance, nigga disco. Backing away from smuts, gotta be careful who you love. Gotta keep it tough, watching who you give your trust. 2.5 stuff, blunt, huff, 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 puff. Need my ice crushed up, double cup stuff. Duck, if you a buck, nigga jump, you getting buzzed. Good look, but don't touch, baby, unless you tryna fuck. So a nigga say it's up, I be right on his butt. Nigga ain't wanna shut up, I said I'm right, what is this, bruh?
What's up, guys? Good morning. How are we doing this morning? We're back here for more Cyraxx nonsense. Cyraxx went on Facebook last night to cry and bemoan all his problems and tell all his amazing Facebook friends that the only solution for him is to buy him some new toys. It's the only solution for his situation is if everybody just buys him some free toys. So we have a video about that. So as always, guys, let me put up the Cyraxx and let me put up the fly. And as always, guys, let's check out our daily dose of Cyraxx.
What's up, everyone? I'm sorry my voice sounds hoarse. And I'm sorry if I sound depressed because I am depressed.
Yeah, his voice is hoarse because he was on panel last night screaming at Katie. It's, you know, he's not used to it. He hasn't been screaming on panel for months. He's all hoarse.
Me and my ex April split up. And I was planning on trying to get back together with her, but couldn't reach out to her because the Facebook I had her on had been reported and shut down. And that was about a little under a month ago.
So now, if you didn't catch that, it's now the troll's fault that he didn't talk to his ex and, you know, before she, you know, headed out. It's now the troll's fault because they got his Facebook shut down. He couldn't even communicate with the girl that he blocked because he thought she was a troll. And we need to feel very bad for him. We need to feel very bad for poor little Cyraxx. This will get around to how he deserves new toys in a bit. But he has to first make sure everybody really feels sad for him.
But the other day I found out the worst news of my life. And I'd be lying if I said that not only out of missing her, but how unfair it is of these people. No consequences, no repercussions for their actions. They just go about their day.
You know, kind of like Cyraxx does. No consequences for repercussions for any of the terrible stuff he does. He just goes about his day and cries and tells people to buy him some more toys.
Like nothing even matters. Like
We got 2 from Joke. JMC likes the mans. Please disregard. I'm drunk. Okay, well I didn't.
don't even fucking faze him. It fucking kills me. Social media allows this kind of trash to go on. And yesterday when I finally got to meet with her sister, I understandably got attacked.
When I finally got to meet with her sister, I understand we got attacked. He went on panel raging from the start. There was no meeting her sister. He was raging from the start. They didn't get attacked. No one really got attacked. Cyraxx got confronted with the fact that he's responsible for everything and he can't handle being responsible for anything. So he raged out and called everyone horrible names. And now he sits there and he goes, yeah, we were getting attacked pretty bad. That was a bad night for us.
And I get why. Because people made it look like I was the one that did it. Because my ex April was being attacked by the very same people that attacked me. And April named me in her letter. Not because it was me, but because she was scared of these people.
Yeah, the girl blames Cyraxx because of all the trolls. Literally everything is the trolls' fault. Not because of Cyraxx having any responsibility for anything. It's just because of the trolls. The man who can't take responsibility for any part of his life.
And I don't blame her for being scared of these people. They are truly evil fucking people. I've never seen so much evil in over 6,000 people in my entire life. I've never seen that level of evil. Just pure, unfiltered.
Literally, he thinks that just because these 6,000 people are in a Facebook group that is anti-Cyraxx, they are all the most evil people in the world. He's never seen such evil in the world. People who think that Cyraxx is not a great guy. Cyraxx is a problem. Cyraxx is a criminal. Yeah, they're so evil having that opinion.
Just dark evil. I dare say some of these people are basically demons in human form. And it's sickening at how social...
Oh, we got 2 from Ghostbuster fans. Cyraxx, you're a monster and it's all you'll ever be. That is true. That is true.
media just allows this shit to go on. How social media allows this kind of trash.
Yeah, social media does allow this kind of trash, but it's usually, you know, people like Cyraxx who are criminals, who want to whine about they're just victims of the trolls, despite the fact that everyone tells them they're a criminal, they're a monster, they're a thief, they're a bad person, they need to go away. And they go, man, social media is the problem. All these people who don't like me are on there.
What I don't understand is why is social media not taking accountability for what's going on? You know, there's a Facebook group on here with over 6,000 plus.
Two from Killing Joke in Merman's voice. Eve, I'm not doing voices. Thank you for the suggestion. I'm not doing voices today.
Members dedicated to attacking me on a daily basis. And it's sickening. I report the group, but yet they're supposedly not violating any guidelines.
Yeah, the platform says they're not violating our guidelines, and Cyraxx goes, well, that's clearly wrong, because I decided they are, because Cyraxx thinks he gets to decide everything in the entire world, and he doesn't understand why everyone in the world is not agreeing with his decisions.
When truthfully they are violating so many fucking guidelines that it's insane. And these same people that are in that Facebook group are the very same ones. And that's sad. For the past 3 days, I've been getting nothing but attacked with messages, text messages. My family's phones have been getting blown up with text messages saying justice for April. So I understand why she was afraid, because honestly, to an extent, I'm afraid of what these guys are capable of.
Listen to him. Everyone confronting Cyraxx for his crimes has made him so afraid. This clearly shows that everyone is the monster. How dare they confront Cyraxx for his crimes? To tell him to take any responsibility for anything he's ever done in his entire life. These people are monsters for trying to get Cyraxx to take any semblance of responsibility for the path of chaos he's left through his life, through his friends, through his relationships. These people are the worst monsters in the world. How dare they do anything but forget the past and tell Cyraxx he's the greatest artist in the world.
And normally I'm not afraid of anybody. And my history shows that. I'm normally not scared, but these guys, I'm terrified of. Like, I am genuinely terrified of what these guys could be capable of in a year, 2 years, 10 years. Which is why, starting over the next couple of days, I'm going to be starting a petition.
A petition? Cyraxx is going to be starting a petition. You know, the most useless thing in all of American democracy, in all of the world, really. A petition, the most useless, laziest way to try to affect change. That's totally going to make everyone stop hating Cyraxx. He's going to start a petition, and he's going to somehow collect signatures from his grandmommy's attic
to get this group shut down. And yes, I will be sharing it directly to friends. To all you guys that are on my friends list, I will be sharing it to you guys directly. Because I want as many people to sign this petition to get these guys shut down. Because what these people are doing is not okay. It's wrong. It's disgusting, and honestly, I would never wish anyone, not even my worst enemy, to be there in that position. Not me, not any of you guys watching.
Yeah, only the 3 people that you consistently try to throw under the bus, that you did last night, that you do every other week, that you try to say, hey, go after these 3 people that I've decided are bad, and then you come on and you actually have the balls to say, I wouldn't wish this on anybody. And then you do, later that day.
Not anybody in the comments in this live stream.
We have some super chats. 300 from Nolan. Another day, another racks out. That is true. And 5 from Rick. Petitions are legal documents, Steve. Yeah, I'm sure they are. File them with the court and effect your change with your petition.
Not my worst enemies in the world. No one deserves to be there. Nobody.
Last time I signed a petition was for which was going to be the new color of an M&M, and I lost.
I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've done. Because being on the edge like that is a very lonely and very scary place. Because you're not thinking clearly. You feel like the whole world is against you. You feel alone. You feel like nothing fucking matters. You're tired of bearing the weight of the world on your fucking shoulders. Every single awful thing that a person...
The weight of the world on his shoulders. Yes, Cyraxx is bearing the weight of the world on the shoulders. I'm not going to make the obvious joke, obviously. You know... But he doesn't bear any weight on his shoulders. He has no responsibilities. He pays no rent. He doesn't even feed himself. He doesn't buy his own clothing. By his own admission, he hasn't left the house in 2.5 years. He has carers who take care of him, do everything for him. And even that is too much for him. He can't even deal with simple social interaction on the internet by himself. He needs handlers and carers in that aspect of his life too. But he really wants people to believe that he's on the verge of being a YouTube celebrity.
Says to you, it just crushes you more and fucking more until you feel like you're nothing. And that's what I've dealt with for the last 8.5 years. And that's what my ex April does.
300 from Nolan. You have no shoulders. Pick a new saying. Yeah, that was the joke. Yeah.
With. And I'd be lying if I said that I didn't miss her. I'd be lying if I said that I don't wish that I couldn't take it all away and bring her back. But I can't. I can't do that. The only thing I can do now is live my life the way that she would have wanted me to be successful.
Yeah, that was what this girl he knew for like 2 months totally wanted. She really, in the depths of her heart, she was really, really hoping Cyraxx would become a YouTube celebrity. That's what she really, really wanted, and that's how he's gonna honor her memory, is by persisting to attempt to be a YouTube celebrity despite the fact that no one likes him. He can't make any content anyone wants to watch. But you know, for her memory, guys, gotta be a YouTube celebrity.
To help others as much as I possibly fucking can.
Hold on, 2 from The Killing Joke. The pressure makes you, oh God.
Oh God. I want to get my career back, you guys, but I'm gonna need everybody's help to do it. Because right now, I don't have a working PC. I don't have an Xbox. I don't have any way to make any real content.
So now he's going to transition into, from his poor me act to, you need to buy me toys. You all really want to watch my amazing content, and I know you do because you all are all my fans. The entire world is my fans. Everyone loves Cyraxx, clearly. So you all need to buy me the toys I need to produce my own content. And that's the only way this is going to work, guys.
Right now, I'm running on a Chromebook that is being held together by a few screws and makeshift duct tape made out of stickers.
Stickers.
That's all I'm running on, is that and my phone, and that's it.
Stickers. He's got stickers because he's 14 years old and he's a girl. He's got Hello Kitty stickers holding his Chromebook together. It's actually amazing. How do you have stickers and not duct tape at 34 years old? Isn't Ed in I don't know, construction in some like way to where he has tools? How does he not have duct tape, but you have stickers? How does that even happen at 34 years old? You have stickers and not duct tape.
I have no real way to do anything.
Oh, we got 750 from Nolan. How long do you think he'll keep talking about April before a new one comes along? I mean, so quick. Just give him like a week or two and he'll forget all about her and move on. We have 5 from Blue Fire Sage. I'd rather give my money to Steve than the Goblin. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I have no real way to actually record vocals for music. I have no way to do anything. And my ex April wanted to see me succeed in music.
Oh my God. I voted for Pink. I thought Pink would be cool and I lost. That's why we have blue M&Ms, despite Steve's strong objections in the mid-90s against the blue M&M. Now we have blue M&Ms.
Yeah, she saw my vision. She saw what I was after. She saw what I was trying to do and supported it 1,000%. But in order to be successful, I'm gonna need your guys' help. I need help either getting a whole new PC set up or something. I need that help to be successful, not only for myself and my family,
Yeah, like most successful YouTubers, he needs people to buy him the tools he needs to become a YouTube celebrity before he even starts. I mean, that is how most professions work, you know. People walk up to a construction site and they say, hey, could you buy me a saw and a drill? And I don't know what else you need for a construction site, but I'm assuming there's a lot of tools you need. They just walk up to, buy me all these tools so I can be successful at this construction job. And people go, well, that's clearly how the world works. And they give you a bunch of free shit. Cyraxx doesn't understand why the world isn't giving him a free computer and a free Xbox so he can play video games and sing his songs.
But for her, because I made her a promise that I would be successful no matter what, and I intend to keep that promise. I fully intend to keep that promise, because that's what she wanted from me. April wanted to see me succeed, and I want to be successful.
Nope, we got 750 from Nolan. Buy me new toys. Immediately blocks the person after receiving. Isn't that what he did with the first replacement Xbox? He promised he was going to pay for half, and as soon as he got it, he blocked the person. They're just scammers. They're a family of scammers. You know, they think that the world owes them free shit, and they don't understand it. They feel like they're being deprived of something. They're so self-entitled. So self-entitled. They feel like they're being deprived of something when they don't get free shit from the world. It's amazing.
I want to be the person that I used to be, because I used to be successful. It wasn't in music though. I actually used to be a Twitch streamer. I was making $150 a day, doing very well for myself.
He used to be a Twitch streamer. I mean, that was also 4 years ago. He never got the money from that. He got banned before he was able to cash it out, and it was $112 in 1 month. But even if it was $150 a day, he never cashed it out. And even if it was $150 a day, it was barely making above minimum wage, because he doesn't have any concept of money. He just sees more than $20 and thinks he's making it, because he's delusional. He has no idea the amount of money adults need to live in this world.
Very well. And then these trolls decided to fucking rip it all out from under me. To where ever since that day, I've been fighting and struggling just to try to get back up on my feet. And let me tell you, when April came into my life, she gave me a whole new perspective. She made me look at things the way that I never looked at anything before.
He always says this about every girl. She changed my life. It was a whole new experience. I saw a future. Like, it's what a child does every time they meet a girl they've known for a month, and they're just like, oh, I'm head over heels. I'm gonna marry her. We're gonna get old together. Because he has no world experience. He has no idea how anything works. He's just immature to the core.
She made me see things through a different lens, through a bigger picture. She made me see what I'm capable of, what I'm truly, genuinely, potentially capable of. And I want to do that for her, man. I want to be successful for her. But I need help getting a brand new setup so I can be successful. Because without the proper tools, I can't do my job.
Listen to it. It's such manipulative bullshit. It's not, like, he can't even just say, I need this to do my job. He also has to make sure you feel really sorry for him because of this girl he loved. And also he has to do this to be successful for her. And like, these are people who don't know him, don't know the girl, don't care about his career. He's just trying to manipulate people into feeling bad for him and buying him free shit because he really wants free shit. And he'll get into that because he'll let it slip that the real reason is because he's been bored these past few months and because his toys are broken. He's been incredibly bored. And that's what he wants. He wants more toys because he's very bored. And so he's just trying to manipulate people and guilt them into buying him new shit because apparently it didn't work on Sally.
And I want to do my job.
Sorry, we got 5 from Dildo Consequences. He always says, help my family. I wonder how many dollars Sally and Ed got. 0. Sally and Ed have gotten $0 in their entire life for feeding him and clothing him and putting a roof over his head his entire adult life. He never gives anyone anything and claims he wants to help people. And he needs the money to help people so he can buy more toys.
The right way. And to people like Simon Sutton,
Yes.
you need to take that shit.
Remember, Sally had to pay like $4,000 for a lawyer because he didn't want to accept what the free lawyer was telling him to do. Like, he actively hurts his family's financial situation with his stupid moves every day, refuses to give them a penny, and then claims he wants to help them. He's an idiot.
And shove it up your ass. Because ain't nobody trying to hear that, man. If you're gonna be talking that shit, then get the fuck off my goddamn live stream and go the fuck somewhere else.
Yeah, if you're gonna contradict Cyraxx, don't watch his live stream, don't talk to him. The only thing he wants to hear is people who believe his lies and support his delusions. That's the only thing he wants to hear right now because he needs new toys.
Because your kind of bullshit is not welcome around here. That was mine, Jay. I got my notifications on. That was mine, bro. And how you doing, Jay? What's up, man? But like I said, guys, I can't fight this battle alone anymore. If I'm gonna be successful, I need every single person that supports me to help me out on this. Whether it's helping me to get a new PC build so I can start recording music properly again, or whether it's shutting this troll community down.
Yeah, literally people do everything for Cyraxx so he can just be famous on the internet, not do anything to afford his own toys, not do anything to stop the horrible situations he finds himself in every day because of his own actions. He just needs an army of people protecting him, circle of protection around Cyraxx so he can do whatever he wants and pretend to be famous.
Something needs to happen. Because like I said, I owe it to April to be successful. I made her a promise and I intend to keep it. I fully intend to keep that promise. Now, for those of you that are wondering what's going on with my PC and why I need a new PC, let me explain it to you. A few months ago...
Yeah, let's explain how, I forget, I mean, I edited it this morning, so I clearly watched this, but it was early and I forget. But I guarantee this story will be how Cyraxx is not at fault at all for what happened to his PC, despite the fact that he was literally the only person in the room who could touch and update the PC and do anything to it. He's somehow not at fault for doing anything because the trolls are so mean, they tricked him, and he has no responsibility for making any decisions. But we have to support him as the best creator in the world, apparently. It's an interesting dichotomy.
These trolls decided to break into my PC. I ended up kicking them out several times. And somebody who I thought was my friend helped me out. And he had tricked me into flashing my PC, which destroyed it.
So listen to the way he phrases it. First of all, it's interesting how he phrases it at the beginning. You know, they got it a few times, but I kicked it out because he can't just admit that his shit got compromised and he couldn't figure out what to do. He has to pretend like he knew what he was doing, and he totally beat them a few times. But they found a vulnerability in his PC that even he didn't, the master of computers, Cyraxx, didn't know about, and they still got in. So his friend tried to help him, and they tricked him. They tricked him into flashing his computer. I mean, this guy who was a genius, who apparently knows enough how to kick hackers out of his own computer, he got tricked into flashing his own computer like an idiot. I mean, again, a very interesting dichotomy about how he's so smart but so stupid at the same time.
Now it's to the point to where it turns on, but I get no power from the monitor to either the motherboard or the graphics card. And I've tried them both. The only thing that it's good for is fucking having my ring light on. That's the only thing that it's good for. But other than that,
That is actually amazing that Cyraxx would continue to use an entire bricked PC just to power a ring light rather than get a goddamn USB to power adapter. That's actually amazing. He would do that, wouldn't he?
I'm no longer able to record music properly. I can't do the shit that I need to do. I've been sitting here bored for the last several months, trying to figure out a plan, trying to figure out what I can do. But I mean,
with most computer things, yes, there's usually a simple fix if you know what to do. It's usually not that difficult. People build computers all the time. Of course there's a way to fix a computer. Unless the thing is like melted in a house fire, the computer can be fixed. He just doesn't know how. So he wants people to buy him a brand new one.
Everybody's help on this shit. I need everybody's help to get a new build so I can start my career the right way again. So I can do my job. So I can be successful and uphold that promise.
Yeah, I mean, you might have to replace some parts if you corrupted something bad. I don't know much about computers, but things can be fixed eventually. You don't have to just buy a brand new computer if you have 90% of a computer that works. But Cyraxx doesn't know how to fix it, so he needs an entire new computer.
Promise. For somebody that meant the fucking world to me. Somebody who's no longer here. Because of these evil, evil people. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've done. Like I said, I don't care who you are, what your background is, what you've done, whether you've gone to jail, what crimes you committed, whether you're a felon, not a felon, I don't care.
I mean, you should care what kind of crime. You should probably care what kind of, especially if they're felonies, Cyraxx. You know, I know you think you're sounding really egalitarian. I don't care what kind of, but you know, there are people who have committed unforgivable crimes in the world, Cyraxx. There's a whole list the FBI has.
And I would never wish that kind of hurt, that kind of hatred on anyone.
Oh, we got 5 from Shark Gyno. Where is the secret new genre album coming from if no recording equipment? That's a good question. I mean, probably some cheap, crappy website that allows you to make an album with, like, you plug in your microphone and you sing, and it's, I mean, that's probably what it is.
No one deserves to be pushed to the edge like that. No one deserves that. I don't care who you are. And for those of you that do know me, that have seen all the YouTube videos, yes, I may have said some very fucked up shit in the past, but that was the old me. That was the me that the internet...
Oh, we got 5 from BJ Email. Chance's logic is insane to me. Somebody I never met died, send me money. Chance's logic is more insane to me. Somebody I never met died, send me money. Yeah, well, I think you said that twice. But yes, it is insane. It is insane that he wants sympathy because someone he knew passed and he thinks he deserves new toys because of it. It's absolutely mind-blowing, the level of entitlement that is in Cyraxx.
Internet created. That was not the real me talking. That was the me that the trolls created. The person they made out that they created. in their vision, in their mind. When I said all that shit, I was not myself. I was in a very poor, very bad mind state. And it took me several years to finally break out of that mind state.
So, like, again, Cyraxx thinks that he can just say and do whatever and just be like, oh, I was in a bad place, so everybody just move on. But if anyone does anything mean to him ever in his life, they're a bad person who deserves to go to jail for the entire rest of their life. But he can just be forgiven for everything horrible because, wow, I was in a bad place then. Guys, just, move on.
Was it easy? No. It was one of the hardest things I ever had to do. But the hardest thing I've ever had to do came the other day when I had to say goodbye to somebody that I cared about.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody that I could see myself with in 10 years. Now,
in 10 years! In 10 years! He's gonna be 44 and ready to settle down with this internet woman. I mean, he's delusional about everything. He still thinks he's 14 years old, and in 10 years he's gonna be starting his first office job, and he's a delusional little boy.
Gone. She didn't deserve what she had done to her. She did not deserve that. At all. For the past several months since me and her split, I've been wearing a mask. Pretending I'm okay. Acting like everything's all good.
Which he hasn't been doing. He's been whining on videos. I mean, just look at every live I've done on him for the past several months. I mean, I think on average we're talking at least 4 a week, if not more. But he claims he's been sitting here just putting on a mask, pretending to be okay. Yeah, definitely. You haven't been whining several times a week for every week for the past 10 years.
When underneath that mask, I'm screaming for fucking help. Begging, pleading for a way out. Begging and pleading for anybody to make the pain.
That is funny. That's always funny. I'm sorry, not congratulations. Thank you. Why did I say congratulations? What the fuck? Thank you for the update.
Make the hurt, to make the suffering fucking stop. And I hate that. I hate that I've been in that position. Because the me that I showed a couple live streams ago where I showed who I really was, that's who I really am. That person that you guys saw in those photos, that's the person that I should be. Happy, living life, having fun, doing my job that I love so much.
Yeah, Cyraxx has some delusion where he's destined to be that little boy who still had friends and was so talented on the guitar, and he will never be able to accept, number one, that life moves on, and number two, that he never had talent and never had friends. And he's got a delusion that there's something to go back to, despite the fact that time doesn't work that way.
But instead, I sit here every day wondering, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get my life back that was ripped away from me? How am I gonna rebuild what I got torn away?
Well, Cyraxx, number one, you're not. You're not gonna rebuild anything because your reputation is trashed. And number two, you're not gonna rebuild something that was never there. There was no Cyraxx success that you're trying to rebuild. You're trying to recapture a delusion that never existed. So no, it's just you can't do any of it because it just doesn't exist.
From me. How am I gonna rebuild my career back and start doing good again? And make it hard for these people to ever fucking stop me ever again. Because like I said, this isn't just about my career. This is about something bigger than all of us here. Something needs to change. Something needs to fucking happen. These people need shut down before anyone ever gets hurt again. No one fucking deserves that shit. And I know I might not look it, but I'm just barely holding it together right now.
I mean, no, Cyraxx, we know. You are always just barely holding it together. That's why you rax out all the time. You scream and whine and sometimes fake cry. We know you're always barely holding it together. What do you think you're doing? Going on? You think you're being strong for us as you've been whining again?
I'm just barely fucking holding it together right now to keep myself from breaking down. And I'm sure some of you can hear it in my voice. I just don't understand how these people can be allowed to get away with this and not have any repercussions for their actions, for what they do.
And it's amazing that you can go around the internet doing such horrible criminal things and there's no repercussions for what you do. But the world isn't perfect, the world isn't fair, and adults learn to just cope with that fact. They don't make videos every day crying about it like you do, Cyraxx.
It's not fair, and it's not right.
World's not fair.
It's not okay. These people need to be held accountable for their actions, for what they've done. Instead of being allowed to be on Facebook, YouTube, Reddit, Discord, everywhere else like that, and being allowed to continue this hatred, being allowed to continue what they're doing. Like I said, no one deserves this. I don't care who you are, no one deserves this. And I think it's time we made a change. We need to make that change.
I've been searching for a fucking Squidbillies clip for I can't fucking find it. I mean, I could if I just went through all the episodes, but I'm lazy. There's a goddamn when Denny was was running for mayor or sheriff or something. I think sheriff. And he kept saying, "I'm gonna make a change." And I really wanted to find that clip for this, but I couldn't. But if you watched the show, you got that reference. If you didn't, that was really stupid. Anyways.
It's time we started fighting back and putting groups like Kiwi Farms and this Predator group on Facebook. It's time we started speaking up. It's time we started fucking saying something. Something needs to be fucking done before it's too late. Because honestly, I don't want to see anybody else hurt. I don't want to see anybody else go through what I went through. I don't want to see anybody else end up like April did. I don't want that for anyone. I want to stop this shit. But I need your guys' help to make that change. So I am asking every single one of you that is watching this right now that is not a troll, everybody that I can see in the comments that I know is not a troll, like Gareth, you're cool. Jay, you know damn well I know you personally, bro. I need all y'all motherfuckers to get a hold of me because we need.
Remember last night, Cyraxx was whining about how the fact that everyone he ever trusts online turns out to be a buddy troll. And 24 hours later, he's on here going, "Oh, you guys are really cool. Yeah, I know you. You're cool. I can trust you." Yeah, well, you clearly figured it out, Cyraxx.
We need to start coming up with a plan to put a stop to this.
Oh, we got 2 from Donkeytron. Season 8, Episode 5. Yeah.
This shit needs to be stopped. No one else deserves to go through this. And it's time we started making that fucking change. And it starts with me, and it starts with you guys. So let's make that change before anyone else gets hurt or loses their life. We can't allow this hatred to continue to be spread around like wildfire. It's time we put a stop to it. So everybody, please, reach out to me. Let's come together. Let's form a plan. And let's do something to prevent this from happening to anyone else ever again. Let's make it known so much that they can't fucking ignore us. Let's make it so known that social media, no matter where you're at, can ignore what...
Look, we got two from Deathbed. Most of what's on Kiwi Farms was posted by him. That is true. That's what most of Kiwi Farms is. Most of what everyone knows about lol cows was posted by them. I mean, do they think we got detectives? No, they make these hour-long whines telling us every point of their life, and then they're mad when everyone knows every point of their life. It's ridiculous.
What we're doing. This cannot be ignored anymore. This needs to be brought to the light. This needs to be spoken about. So let's make that fucking change, guys.
Alright, well that was Cyraxx's whines, telling everybody buy him new toys because the trolls have made him so sad. This poor little boy and his constant battle with the trolls. He just needs new toys and it'll all fix itself for him. Well, we got two from Dr. Rock. Homeless Saga wins. Sally deserves peace. She does, guys. She absolutely does. But that's all I got for this one, guys. I appreciate y'all coming by. I will catch you guys at the next one, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day.